What's up guys, Time here back with a brand new video, and I thought to end this year, I thought I'll do a series of videos talking about a lot of the DC universes, whether it be animated or live action. So, because you guys know I already did one for the Arrowverse last year, back when it ended with the Flash. So I figured, you know what, I'll do some more of these, because a lot of DC universes over the past few years have ended. So, started with, well, a while back. It was a long time ago. DC animated universe ended a long time ago. Uh, DCAMU, the Arrowverse, the Tomorrowverse surprisingly ended. It was only existed for 4 years, and the TV era ended already. So, and the DCEU ended last year. So, but today I'm going to talk about the DCAMU. So, DC animated movie universe. So always, let's get into it. So this will be a retrospective on that. So when this universe started, at first I was very hesitant to watch some of the stuff because I noticed that the suits were based on the New 52 comic storyline, and I had heard some stuff about the New 52, and I don't know. First, tell me why to get used to Superman with collar right here, and the sleeves going a little up right here with the red, but I got used to it as time went by, and I watched all the movies and I actually enjoyed it. And in my opinion, I think they could have done an animated series out of that whole animated universe. It lasted for 7 years. I'm surprised it lasted that long. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I was watching the MCU. So, but of course, it all started with Flashpoint Paradox. I saw this movie, I was very surprised. This is a great animated movie. So, and I will get a lot of these films on Blu-ray one day, or 2 disc special editions, because you guys have to remember, back when I was getting these films, this is before I had a Blu-ray player, and the last few years that I had a Blu-ray player, I've been getting the last few films on Blu-ray. So, great solid film. Yeah, Justice League War. This is the film that really started that whole universe, and the cast is great. I know they recasted Superman and Green Lantern later. It's the feeling was Green Lantern. Awesome. And Jason Momoa as Batman is one of the best voice actors in that whole universe, in my opinion. Great movie, and I'm not gonna lie, Zack Snyder's Justice League reminds me a lot of this film. It reminds me a lot of this. So, then you have Son of Batman. This is where I'm introduced to Damian Wayne. This is my first introduction to Damian Wayne as Robin. I'm very surprised they didn't have Tim Drake in that universe. We had Justice League Dawn of Atlantis. I really thought this movie was interesting because it had the origin of Aquaman, and honestly, I never knew Aquaman's origin before. So, that was pretty cool to see. Then you have Batman versus Robin. This film was pretty interesting, as Robin going up against Batman. Basically, the Court of Owls turning Damian against Bruce. Yeah, Batman Bad Blood right here. This is pretty cool. It has a lot of the Bat family in there, except for Batgirl, who does come out in the end, and then later in Hush, and then in one film, I think she gets killed in the last film she's in. But I wish they would have done one more Batman film, so we could have saw her character. But everyone else pretty much is in there. I mean, just look at the cover. So, but this is a pretty interesting film too. Obviously, took some stuff from the early 2000s when Batman went missing and Dick had to assume the mantle of Batman. Next up, we have Justice League versus Teen Titans. When I saw this, I was like, okay, this looks interesting. So, but of course, I figured that Trigon will have something to do with it. So, next up, we have Justice League Dark. So, this is the film that introduced me to other Dark characters. Well, actually, I knew about all these characters, but I didn't know that they're necessarily part of a team. Like, for example, we got basically Swamp Thing, Deadman, Zatanna. I'm not used to seeing Zatanna like that and that look. Etrigan the Demon, and John Constantine. So Matt Ryan as John Constantine is great. So I'm glad that we actually had the same actor to voice him and play him in live action in Legends. So great solid film. Next up we have Teen Titans: The Judas Contract. So I'm not gonna lie, it still took me a while to get used to Damian Wayne as Robin. When the other Titans, like Raven, Starfire, are already in the team. Well, Raven's a little younger, so they made her like around 13, I guess. So she could be with Damian. So it took me a while to get used to that change because I'm so used to seeing Dick Grayson on the team when Raven's there. So Beast Boy's good. The guy that they got to voice Beast Boy, I thought he did great. Starfire, the voice actress for her, did a great job too. I felt like I was watching the Teen Titans show a little bit, but at the same time, the designs remind me a little bit of the Young Justice universe, which I'm out because Young Justice never had Teen Titans. So next up we have actually I think before this one, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think Constantine City of Demons came out. That's the only film the DCAMU I do not have. I have seen it. Great film, and I will get it eventually. Very supernatural. And then next up we have Suicide Squad: Hell to Pay, and we do see Reverse Flash come back in here. So I'm like, okay, they're bringing him back. So I was surprised he came back. That's a cool film as well. And next up we have Death of Superman, and this is basically part one of the Doomsday storyline. Well, the Death of Superman storyline. I got that with the slipcover. Great film. Involves the Justice League heavily in there. Next up we have Reign of the Superman. Basically part two of the Death of Superman storyline. Just with the New 52 universe. I really thought that they should have done like maybe two standalone movies for these two films instead of putting in the New 52 animated universe, but I thought it was interesting. Next up we have Batman Hush. Now this is the film that I really wish it would have been standalone because Tim Drake is Robin at this point. These events take place in the comics, so it would have been really cool to see Tim Drake Robin. What's funny, Robin is even in here. Damien's taking a break right now. But another great solid film. The plot was interesting. I thought the Riddler being Hush, I was shocked at that. And Superman, and this is when Batman and Superman get the new suits. The blue, and in my opinion, the blue on Batman's suit in that film was just awesome. I wish I could see like that done in live action. Next up, we have Wonder Woman Bloodlines. It's been a while since we had an animated Wonder Woman movie, but I thought this one was pretty good. Had her in her classic suit. I think after she had that suit in the movie for a long time. Then getting into the final film, Justice League Dark Apocalypse War. I'm surprised they didn't do like a two-part of this. This is the very last film of that universe, and this is how the universe ended. I'm not gonna lie. In my opinion, they could have done a little bit better, but the whole time the film was dark. I was like, damn, this is like Infinity War plus Endgame. But at the same time, they're losing and everyone's dying. And I was like, holy crap. I mean, what happened to Nightwing? I felt so bad for Nightwing. Batgirl, a lot of the League members that died. I was like, damn. So, but this is a film that ended that whole universe. And I'm not going to lie, Damian Wayne, he stepped up in this film. He really stepped up to the plate and became a leader, which I thought was pretty cool because throughout the whole series of films, he was kind of an asshole and he was kind of a hothead. So, but it's cool because you get to see him developing here. He's a little older now. That's cool. You get to see him work with Superman, who he doesn't trust because he led him into that battle. So, but I haven't seen the Tomorrowverse films yet, but I will. So, plan on doing a video on that. Gonna watch those films. So, interesting. And when you put all these films together on the shelf, they all have characters on them. So that is pretty cool. It's like, so I don't get the Blu-rays for the 10 films. So that's pretty cool. I love how they do that. So that's how you know this universe is connected. So that's pretty cool. So that's my DCAMU retrospective. So that's all for this video, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, guys.